Welcome back to The Busy Baker. Today on the channel, we're making one of my favorite muffin recipes, these pumpkin streusel muffins. It's one of my favorite fall recipes because it's quick and easy to make. The muffins turn out so perfectly moist and tender. There's just something special about baking with pumpkin and all those warm fall spices. And if you're looking for a new pumpkin baking recipe to try this fall, this is definitely the one. I know you're gonna love them as much as I do. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a video. All right, so I've started with my oven preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 Celsius, and I've prepared my muffin tins already with some paper liners. I like using paper liners because it makes for easy cleanup and it helps the muffins not stick to the tins. And I'm gonna make the streusel topping first. One of my favorite things about these muffins is that delicious, crunchy streusel topping. So we're gonna start with 2/3 of a cup of flour in a bowl, and to that I'm gonna add 2/3 of a cup of granulated sugar. And then I'm gonna add 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon to this. And I'm gonna mix that up. Okay, that's all mixed together. Now, I know it's maybe a bit funny, but the best way to do this is actually with your hands. So I've got clean hands, and I'm gonna add 5 tablespoons of cold butter to this. And I'm just gonna mix it together with my hands, pinching the butter so that it combines with the dry ingredients. And you wanna do this until the mixture is kind of like wet sand in texture and in appearance. It might take a few minutes. You could use a pastry cutter for this job, but I actually like doing it with my hands better. It's easier and I like the texture a bit better. Okay, so the mixture has reached that texture of wet sand. So I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna make the muffin batter now. So I'm gonna start with the wet ingredients. So we're gonna start with 3/4 of a cup of pumpkin puree. So I'm gonna add that to my bowl. And then I'm also gonna add 2 eggs. Half a cup of vegetable oil. And I'm also gonna add 1 cup of granulated sugar. I'm gonna whisk that together until it's nice and combined. So I'm gonna switch from a whisk to a spatula now, and that's because you never wanna overmix your muffin batter and add too much air into it. It can make your muffins really dense. So I'm gonna switch to my spatula, and I'm gonna add in 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of cloves, and 1 teaspoon of fresh ginger. And then I'm gonna grate in some fresh nutmeg, but if you don't have fresh, you can just use the dried, and you need about 1/2 teaspoon. So we're gonna give this a mix. And you wanna avoid over mixing here to make sure that the muffins stay nice and moist and fluffy. So you just mix gently with a spatula until no streaks of flour remain in the batter. This batter already smells so good. I can't wait for these to bake. So this recipe makes 12 muffins. So I'm gonna divide the batter evenly between my 12 muffin cups. And I'm using a muffin scoop here, and that is gonna help me make sure that every muffin cup has the same amount of batter. You wanna make sure that you fill the cups evenly. This will help the muffins bake evenly. So I've filled my muffin tins with all of the batter, and now I'm gonna add the streusel topping on top. These smell so good already, and they haven't even baked yet. So I'm gonna bake them for about 17 to 20 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. All right, so the muffins have finished baking and they are perfectly golden brown. I wish that you could smell them. They smell so good. These pumpkin muffins are so moist, so fluffy, and they're perfectly tender with the best sweet streusel topping. And besides how delicious they are so easy to make and they're almost impossible to mess up. So even if you're a beginner in the kitchen, you can definitely make these. As always, the full recipe is in the description box below, and you can also click the link below to head to the website for more details, tips, tricks, and troubleshooting ideas. I hope you love this pumpkin muffins recipe as much as I do, and if you do, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below letting me know how you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more delicious recipes just like this one. See you next time!